WJOU. We are going live right now, and we have Miss Kimberly Roper. Hello, hello.
Good
It's
morning.
so
It's
good to
actually
have you.
Kim, not
Oh,
Kimberly, but that's okay.
okay. Okay. It's not short.
Not your
Okay.
not your
All right.
fault.
All
Yep.
right. So, Kim, all right. So, Oakwood University is having this wonderful weekend. It's
Yeah.
called Girls Fight Back.
Yes.
Come on now. First of all,
Girls
let's
Fight
talk about
Back.
that. And why
Yeah.
why did you come up with this title?
We came up with this title partially because we want it to be an empowerment weekend. So we love the idea of strength, women being strong and powerful. But that also is a myth. There is a myth that women, particularly Black women, are strong. And that is sort of a dangerous idea because yes, we are strong to a point, but sometimes that strength is used against us. And so
Mhm.
we are expected to do all things and be all things and
Right.
show up in every way to everyone. And we end up dying inside because we're neglecting ourselves. So this is really about fighting back against stereotypes, against ideas about us as women that may be crushing us,
Okay.
and fighting back against some of those things that we may be struggling with but holding in and not
Yeah.
wanting to talk about or thinking that we can't talk about. So this is an opportunity for us to just come together as women
Mhm.
and find strength in community, in the community of women. There's two. I've always said that there's the two most powerful words I think are me too, because they are so freeing.
Yeah.
It says I'm not the only one that
Right.
struggles with this,
Mhm,
right?
mhm, mhm.
And so this weekend is really all about coming together to share some of the struggles that we have that are in common,
Yeah.
and then figure out how to fight back against those things.
Wow, that sounds really, really good. So with these discussions that you're going to be having, you'll be talking about these different areas. Specifically, do you have one that's really like at the top of the list of like a discussion that you got to
Yeah.
get into? And
Well, one of the questions that we're going to start with is how well do you know yourself? And we're going to just do some self-reflection. We actually have licensed counselors who will be on hand to facilitate these conversations.
oh
Because
wow,
if they get a
great.
little heavy, we want to make
Yeah,
sure we have people on hand who can
exactly. That
handle
sounds
that.
good. That
So
sounds
that's
good.
also what will make this a safe space. There
All
are
right.
people in the room who know what to do with the feelings you might be having.
Right.
But we're just going to do some self-reflection and kind of dig into maybe some of the ideas that we've been living with, the rules that we've been following and don't even realize it. Maybe things we've been taught as little girls
Yeah.
that we grow up and they are handicapping us in some ways.
Mhm.
We're just going to kind of think about some of those things that we maybe have taken for granted, never
Right.
really done a lot of thinking about. And then we're going to kind of go from there. And we really want the conversations to just grow organically. We'll ask some probing questions. We'll do some lighthearted, kind of fun icebreaker type things at the beginning, and then just see where the conversations go. And then we will actually be breaking up into small groups
Mhm.
to kind of get a little bit deeper into some of the conversation.
Yeah.
And we just want them to organically flow out of the experiences that the women are having.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. All right. So this is going to be a 3-day weekend,
Yes,
right?
it
So it starts
is.
Friday.
It starts on
So
Friday.
tell us what time and all of that.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are going to be at the Family Life Center at Oakwood University Church,
Mhm.
and it begins on Friday evening at 6 p.m. Ladies, you don't have to worry about dinner. We got you covered. So
What?
just, leave the kids with daddy and come on over. We'll have dinner for you and then get into the conversations in the small groups. And then it is not an overnight event, even though it is a 3-day weekend. We are not
Okay.
accommodating anyone
Right.
overnight.
Right.
That's been one of the questions. It's just we got the whole packed weekend, but
Mhm.
you do have to go home to sleep.
Wow. Yeah, get out of here.
Go ahead and nobody wants to sleep on that gym floor.
Yeah.
But then we have a powerful Sabbath service
Okay.
plan. The
Okay.
women are taking over. I don't know if you saw the promo.
I have not seen
Okay.
the promo or anything,
So
so we're gonna talk
similar
about it.
to the promo. In the promo, we actually kind of push Pastor Snell aside. Thanks, Pastor.
Uh-oh.
We got this. Okay. So this weekend, it's going to be kind of like that Sabbath
Okay.
service. We're sort of taking over in the most respectful way possible. It will be the ladies' show, if you
Mhm.
will. Not a show,
Yeah.
but women are going to be
Ministering. Mhm.
out front.
Yeah.
And from the praise team
Yeah.
all the way to children's story, it's just
Oh,
going to be great.
wow. Nice.
I'm so excited, and we are so thrilled to have Pastor Lola Moore Johnson as our speaker. And so she
Great.
is known for bringing the word,
Mhm.
and we know she's not going to disappoint.
So you're gonna have workshops and everything also throughout the Sabbath day into the afternoon as well, or how does
So
that work?
we are going to join the Sabbath service.
Right. Mhm.
As I said, we're taking that over, and then directly after church, we'll move back over into the Family Life Center and we'll have lunch together. There we will have the Pink Couch panel, which is a new thing that we introduced back in October at our Women's Empowerment Brunch. And the brunch, by the way, is something we'll be having every year, and we will feature the Pink Couch panel. The panel is really just the continuing the conversation. We will have individuals on the panel to talk about some topic. We're going to be talking about boundaries. While we eat our lunch, we'll have the Pink Couch panelists kind of getting into the boundaries topic and the ways in which we can set healthy boundaries and what exactly that looks like.
Yeah. So who's going to be on that panel?
So the panel will be made up of Atante Ware Myers, our very own Pastor Kimberly Mann, Dr. Belvia Matthews, who's a longtime practicing psychologist in the area in our church, and Cherie, whose last name is escaping me right now, but she's also a therapist and counselor. And so it's going to be great having an array of ages and experiences from Dr. Matthews all the way through to the rest of them, and Pastor Mann coming from the spiritual perspective. So we're trying to cover all the bases. And then we will have opportunity for those who are there to chime in and give their input as well to that. So we're going to try to stream the Pink Couch panel. Now, this event is a paid event. And so those who have paid,
the whole event.
I mean, church weekend. Service is open for everyone,
right? But the other things that
Friday
are
night and Sabbath afternoon and all of that. So, but the Pink Couch panel, we're going to see if we can stream it. We have a Facebook group, and so we may try to stream it to our Facebook group. So, if you want to join Women of Purpose, OUC Women of Purpose Facebook group, this would be a good time to do that, especially if you're not here to join us for. All of these.
So what women are eligible or should come and not miss this? I mean, how young are we going? How, tell us about it.
Yeah, I would say definitely the older teenagers would probably appreciate it best. Your juniors and seniors, 17, 18, 19-year-olds, all the way up to the senior women. And I'm so glad you asked that question because I've had senior women say to me, oh, you young ladies, I will let you have that. Women's ministries is not for young women or old women. It's for all women.
Yeah.
And so those of you who have kind of pushed me aside and said, oh, that's nice, that little thing you're having, just know that you got some stuff you probably need to talk about also.
Exactly.
It's not just us young women.
Share too.
Absolutely. And I love the generational interaction. Like I learned so much from the women who are older than me.
Right.
And I learned from the women who are younger than me. We can all learn from each other.
Yes.
So let's stop putting ourselves in these boxes. There's need for that sisterhood across the ages.
Sisterhood. I like that. All right. So I understand you're also going to you had a self-defense class too.
Yes.
Okay. Now that raised my eyebrow. I think, so out of the box, something that is definitely needed. And I know a lot of women probably interested in that. How does that self-defense class work into all of the empowerment weekend stuff?
Dawna, what we're trying to do is strengthen ourselves from the inside out. So beginning on Friday evening, we're going to do some of that deep heart work and then progress outward from there so that by Sunday, we're ready to take on the world.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
And so we have a group out of California actually called Girls Fight Back.
What?
And there's a woman by the name of Nicole Snell, and I don't think she's related.
I saw that. I was like, is that related? Is she related to Pastor?
We'll have to do
that. Yeah.
We'll have to do some of that history and see if there's a connection. But as far as I know, they're not related.
Okay.
But Nicole Snell is the president and CEO of Girls Fight Back Incorporated, which is an organization that actually started on a college campus out in California as a result of a very horrific thing that occurred with a young woman on a college campus who was attacked brutally and she was killed. But she fought so hard that they were inspired by her strength, even though she didn't make it. And the man was eventually brought to justice. But the friend of this young college student who was so brutally killed was so inspired by the strength of her friend who fought to the bitter end that she established this organization called Girls Fight Back to train and give skills to women so that they can protect themselves. But even before it gets to that point, because sometimes our sixth sense tells us that this person is not safe or that this is not a safe situation, but we second guess ourselves.
Yeah.
And so the training on Sunday is going to be about that. It's about some more of that
So
boundary
it's like a
setting.
one session training. It's
Yes.
not going to be throughout Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
No,
Okay,
it's
just on
just
that Sunday.
culminates. We
Wow.
culminate the
I love it.
weekend
I
with
love it.
this empowerment self defense seminar, which is
Mhm.
going to be about some of that same boundary setting and awareness of self that we need as we move through the world, so that we don't hopefully don't ever find ourselves in a situation like that young
Yeah.
woman
Yeah.
who was.
Wow. Wow. And also, when sisters get together,
Yes.
we love to talk, we love to chat, and we love to pamper ourselves,
Oh
right?
yes, yes.
So you got something like that worked up. You've
We
got
got. We're
everything,
trying to
it
cover it
seems.
all. We're trying to cover all
Everything
the
is
bases.
covered. So what
Yes.
is that pampering going to look
So
like?
the Saturday evening pampering party is really an opportunity after all the sort of heavy stuff that we're going to be dealing with Friday night, even Sabbath and Sabbath afternoon, to just kind of relax. Take your shoes off. We're going to have some aromatherapy and soft music. We're going to have food, which is always comforting.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to do some fun activities such as sip and paint, little art,
Okay.
crafts
Mhm,
activity. We have vendors who are going to be there. We're supporting small businesses that will have tables set up and be selling their products that are catered to women in particular.
Yeah.
They'll be selling candles and soaps and lotions and all those kinds of things. So
Yeah.
bring your money, ladies,
Yes.
for Saturday night.
Uh-oh.
But we're also, but you don't, but you don't have to spend a dime if you don't want to. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Okay.
Like there's going to be enough going on. We'll have little rooms set aside for relaxation therapy, and we're going to pamper you and give you a little neck massage and basic manicure. So we're just trying to really allow some sort of
Nice.
downtime on Saturday night. It'll be a long day, so we know everybody will be tired.
And
We want
that's
it to be
okay. Yeah,
fun.
it sounds like a really, really fun time. Hey, listen, we're on Facebook and YouTube live. So if you got any comments or questions, go ahead and start posting those for us before Kim leaves. We're going to talk a little bit more, give them all the details about the timeline of when everything starts again. Starts on Friday, what time?
6:00.
Okay.
We're having dinner starting at 6. The registration table will be set up in the small lobby in the Family Life Center. So those of you who are familiar with Oakwood University Church, you'll come in through that main gate and circle around the building so that you park in that very back parking lot. Come in through that back door into the Family Life Center, and our registration table will be set up there.
That's
Friday
at 6
evening,
o'clock.
6:00.
Okay.
And the last day to purchase tickets will be Friday, unless you are coming just for the Sunday event. If you come just for Sunday, you can come on Sunday and get your ticket on Sunday.
Wow.
We have a day rate and a weekend rate. So if you go
Nice.
to our Eventbrite, we can put that in the chat, the link to the Eventbrite, so you can purchase tickets. But I have something special, Dawna. I have something special for our guests who are watching and listening.
We see them watching and posting comments now. I was trying to read a few of them. Go ahead.
Well, I have a very special announcement, and that is we have a generous sponsor who is willing to pay for 2 tickets to the Empowerment Weekend.
Oh, wow.
And so I want to offer that to on a first come first serve basis. I don't know if we want to.
How do we want to do it?
How do we want to do it? What should we? How should we determine the 2 blessed individuals who will get this free?
Let's try to drive
ticket
them to our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, and we want you to let's do one at a time. I'm thinking on my feet here.
I know, right?
So let's
let's see what makes sense.
So if you can name 3 of the activities that are going to be happening over the weekend,
there you go,
then you will get one of those.
Okay.
All right. So
Who
go
can
ahead
be
and
the
post
first?
those. Go ahead and post 3, at least 3.
See how well they've been listening.
Yes,
I love
exactly.
That. That's the teacher in you, right? How many of you were listening?
How many? Just 3.
3 of the activities.
You don't even have to say how many, but just list 3
there
of
you
them.
go.
The second one is whoever can say who the speaker is on Sabbath.
Good one.
Then you will get that next ticket that we have a wonderful sponsor who was the sponsor of
I don't know if the person wants to be named.
Okay, let's not do that.
We won't call them out. That's right. Just in case they wanted to remain anonymous.
So come on, go ahead and post on Facebook. And I will take a phone call if you can't get to Facebook or YouTube. I'll take a phone call if you call me at 256-722-9990 if you would like to receive one of these complimentary. All right, we got who is Abundant Living TV, Who is that person there?
Gotta have a
We need a
name.
name.
And we will need that person, whoever
Yeah.
that winner is, to call in because we'll need to get
Okay.
some
All right.
information from
Yes.
them.
So call me as well. Okay. That's Paula Akins. All right, Paula Akins.
Awesome.
All right. So give me a call in a few minutes when we get off the radio. I mean, off the air. I want you to call me at 256-722-9990. Paula Akins receives one of those tickets, and we are waiting for someone else to respond with the 3 items or activities that are going to be happening over the weekend for the Girls Fight Back. And you say girls fight back, and maybe that's why maybe some of the women, older women, were saying, I'm not a girl. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't, right?
Yes, it's not really meant to be taken literally.
Yeah.
When we greet one another, I'm a grown woman, I'm not a little girl, but I'll greet my friends and say, "Hey girl," right? We call each other girl, girlfriend. So it's not about little girls, it's about women who are fighting back.
Yeah.
And the phrase is not meant to be taken too literally.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just saying that so we can make sure that everybody knows, whatever your
Yes.
age,
Yes.
come on and enjoy this wonderful weekend that is planned for you. So we're still waiting for someone to win the other ticket to the conference. That's the women's ministry event that's going to be happening this weekend. Is this it? It says Oakwood. Okay, we got it. I think it's BJ Stanford. She's saying the Oakwood University Church Women's Ministry will be dinner. That is one.
Okay.
Guest speaker, Sabbath, mentoring, pampering.
Oh, we got it.
That's good.
I think she got it.
That's good. All right. So BJ, you give us a call. Once we finish this interview, give me a call at 256-722-9990. Thank you so much, viewers, for writing in and making your responses to our questions. So as we get ready to close, is this like the first event in a while that Oakwood has had, especially since the pandemic, where you're bringing women together?
Yeah. Yes and no. We actually have been doing a little bit since the pandemic, but it was a gradual coming back. We did have an event just after the pandemic with Crystal Evans Hurst. Some of you may know her. She actually came and we had a weekend thing, but it was just after COVID and we weren't able to fully be in person and the numbers were limited. So this is kind of a coming out. We are really able to now gather freely without as much fear, at least, of COVID and that sort of thing. So yes, we haven't just started doing things, but I think that just in the last year, we've really ramped it up.
Yeah. And how many women are you anticipating coming?
Well, the numbers keep climbing, actually. In fact, this week, each day, it's been, I think everyone is getting their schedules together.
Yeah.
So we're thinking somewhere between 50, maybe even as many as 75.
Okay.
I would love 100,
that's nice.
but we're hovering around the 50 mark right now. And I think that's a really good group. So we're excited.
And what do you feel women are really going to walk away from? What do you want them to walk away from once they finish this whole weekend of empowerment on Sunday? What do you want them to leave with?
I want them to have a renewed sense of self and an awareness of who they are in Jesus, that they have tools to handle the things, because obviously we're not going to be able to solve all the problems this weekend, but they will be equipped with some tools, some new ways of thinking about what they deal with on a day-to-day basis that will help them to continue growing and strengthening themselves from the inside out.
Yes. Amen. Thank you so much, Kim, for coming in and
Thank
sharing
you for having me
about the event. I think we've got all the details. Anything else that we need to share with our listening audience about the weekend?
Just register now. We if you are a vendor, have a small business that you want a table set up on Saturday night, today is the last day to get your vendor registration in. We will put in the comments after we get off the air the links to sign up if you want to be a vendor, as well as to sign up to register for the event. And just hope that as many of you who are listening can come as possible, because it's going to be It's going to be a wonderful
It's going to be
weekend.
wonderful. I feel it in my bones.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Kim,
Thank
for coming
you.
in and talking to us from Oakwood University Church, the women's ministry. They're having Girls Fight Back Empowerment Weekend starting at 6 p.m. on Friday at Oakwood University Church, and they're located at 5500 Adventist Boulevard. If you have questions, who can they contact?
They can contact the church office at 837-1255. They can also email me at kem.roper@gmail.com or womens.ministries@oucsda.org.
Thank you so much. All right, it is 8:56 right now. We're going to go straight into our weather with Abigail Foster. Abigail.
Hi, Donna. Right now it's 41 degrees and clouds are hiding the sun across the valley. As we move into the afternoon, expect the clouds to give way to the sun. Our high today is 49 degrees. I'm Abigail Foster, and your weather forecast is being brought to you by Apple White Movers. And their slogan is, "We make it easy on you." Seriously.
Thank you so much, Abigail. We'll be right back with more music coming up right here on your Tennessee Valley Praise Station, WJOU.
Praise 90.1 FM, WJOU Huntsville, thanks Dr. David Peterson of Dynamic Performance Physical Therapy for helping make our community a healthier place, offering physical and aquatic therapy for patients with orthopedic issues, sports-related injuries, car accident victims, and those with lifelong aches and pains. Their slogan is, "If your pain is unbecoming to you, then you should be coming to us." Dynamic Performance's goal is to help you return to enjoying some of your favorite activities. All major insurances are accepted, and for more information, the address is 147 Castle Drive in Madison. The number is 256-837-5425 or online at dptherapyfirst.com.